Hey YouTube, what's going on? Shenole here, and welcome back. And today I would like to compare two hackathons that I took part in. Okay, and so let's get started with first what my goals were with each hackathon, and then what I learned and the experience. So, okay, so first of all, the first hackathon was called Hack Hospitality, and they said it took place in Tampa, Florida. It was really St. Petersburg in Florida. And then the second one was called Hack Zika. That one was in Tampa. Okay, now the goals. The goal for the first hackathon I went to was specifically was learning what it was like to work in a team environment in preparation for what it might be like to actually work at a company and have a job. And secondary was networking and just kind of getting into the scene a bit. Okay, the goals for Hack Zika were basically an extension of the previous goals, which was again gain experience from working in a team environment. But on top of that, I wanted to see if I could improve my efficiency by utilizing what I had learned from the first hackathon, and then secondary, of course, was still networking and that sort of thing, getting in the scene. All right, in terms of what I learned with the first hackathon, it was definitely first of all, it was a great experience, but I have to say that what I took the most out of it was the importance of roles within the team, leadership, and that sort of thing. And so, the team I was on, I was fortunate in that we had two really strong leaders who took on different roles. The one leader was he was a Ruby on Rails guy, and he kind of had the big picture of the project, and then the other guy was a UI UX guy, and he took on more the delegation of tasks and the microscopic view, if you will. And then of course we each had our roles within our various disciplines. So, and it was great. The communication was great, direction was great. It was a real solid and organized experience, both within the team and within the hackathon itself. Hack Zika was a little bit of a different fish, in that I have to say it was less organized. But that said, I can't make it a knock on the organizer, and the reason being is because after the fact, I found out a little backstory for the hackathon, and considering the obstacles that the organizer faced, the time constraints, and just all those sorts of things, I think the organizer actually did a really good job, and probably as good a job as one could possibly expect given the circumstances. So that said, though, those circumstances and the lack of organization did still affect those of us in the hackathon, because things like gaining certain data and was affected, being able to have access and just having last minute rules thrown on you in the middle of the project, so that was a little difficult. But at the same time, it was a good way to see the real world, if you will, because really, I don't think any project will ever go smoothly or perfectly, and you probably will have things thrown at you, last minute or just unexpectedly and this and that. So it was still a valuable learning experience for sure. And then, within the team, I think we could have had better communication, better planning, better just feedback with each other, conferring and discussion. I think that could have been done better on all our parts. So, but okay. So in closing, I'd have to say that if you're like me, you're relatively new to the scene. I would have to say, after the experiences I had, that if you could find a hackathon within any kind of traveling distance to you, do it. And do not have your eye on the prize money, if there is any at all, actually, but have your eye on the experience of it, and what you can gain and learn, and the networking and that sort of thing, because it's invaluable, I'll tell you right now. So anyway, with that, I will shut my yap and I'll say catch you later.